Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Nez Porter, downtown Boston, right here by Faneuil Hall. You got Occupy Boston. You got Guitar Beer. This is Guitar Beer right here. At least I think it is. What's going on, my man? All right.
Commercial Street, be on the lookout for an erratic driver. Mass Reg 1 Victor Alpha Romeo 89. 4 males inside that vehicle.
So what I understand, they plan to camp out here until, I believe, Sunday or Monday. But they plan to set up tents and occupy Boston. I'm not too sure of all the details. I'll try to inquire more as we go on. But this is the group that just, you notice they roped off over there as well. Like, over there.
The caller said they might be on the way to the Bruins game right now.
Okay, I'm gonna walk.
And I hear the group's supposed to get pretty good momentum. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, as we were celebrating. So.
Yeah. I love that sign still exists up. Oh, good job. Yeah.
We're terrorists. We're violent people.
How you doing, man? Good to see you.
You're not violent. But that's.
Can you guys take a removal 986 9th Street at 1 World Accessories? Customer refuses to leave.
You want to stay there on camera, or you don't want? I got a YouTube channel, External Affairs. You want to check it out, or?
Yeah, is Kevin coming? You know Kevin?
Kevin? Oh, I know Kevin. Yeah. I don't know who's coming or not.
He's supposed to come tonight. He's coming. Speaking tomorrow night here.
Really? I do know Kevin. I know exactly what you're talking about. I should send him a text. Well, I got my phone running. I was going to send him a text and see if he's coming.
How you doing?
But good to see you. It's a small world. I just happen to know Kevin or who he's talking about. So these guys plan on occupying Faneuil Hall. As you can see, they kind of roped off or barricaded off this area over here, so they cannot occupy this area. I'm not too sure why, what's the whole reason behind it, but they got, you can see they got police over there, and they got so I guess they're gonna man this area 24 hours a day, as they fear the group may get larger. This is the starting point. And I'm not too sure who these guys are. These guys might be park rangers. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna find out if they're park rangers or who they are. They look like park rangers, but you never can be too sure. Hey, you guys are park rangers?
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to inquire because I didn't know. All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it. So they are park rangers, and those are Boston police over there. So these guys plan to set up tents. They plan to camp in. Not too sure how long they plan to stay here, but we'll check it out.
She wants the 90-year-old ex-boyfriend removed and gets him banging on her door.
Oh yeah, sure.
This is Greg. Have you talked to Greg yet?
How you doing, Greg? I'm Naz. How you doing?
Oh, man, how's it going?
Good, good. You just want to give people an idea why you guys are down here, what you stand for, and what you want to do, plan on accomplishing.
You know, I mean, this is just remembering what we did way back when, you know, remembering Occupy, remembering what we started. The main question I always get is, what did Occupy actually do? And for me, this is just remembering what we did. Because what we did was, you'll look at the State House here, and there's two people that started their political careers and attended Occupy. You look at the mayor's office, there's an aide there right now who started their political career at Occupy. You look at city councils, 3 city councilors in cities around Boston started at Occupy. So a lot of the change in law that you're going to be seeing over the next however long is because the shit that happened at Occupy. And so I'm just here to remember, you know, what we pulled off.
Cool. Now, how long you guys plan on staying out here?
I mean, I think the goal for some of these people is to stay all night.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. And I do remember Occupy Wall Street on the Greenway, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that. It's strange how they moved them guys away from there, but we have Methadone Mile on Mass Ave. They won't clean the people out of there. So if you see the difference, how can they move someone from an area that's a public area, but yet you know what I mean?
Not a public area.
Yeah.
The Greenway is actually owned by a private group that maintain it. That's a trust.
Oh, okay.
And they wanted us gone. I
Gotcha.
actually sat in their boardroom arguing with them to let us stay.
Okay.
I'm the guy who had to go do that stupid shit for Occupy.
Gotcha. All right, appreciate the input.
Yeah.
All right. This is going to be on my YouTube channel later on, External Affairs.
Yeah.
I cover...
Point it out to me. I'll make sure it's shared on my account.
Sure. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Just gotta... Type in External Affairs or External Affairs Porter on YouTube, you'll find me. I cover a lot of different things, so this is one thing I wanted to cover because I wanted to figure out what you guys really about, what you stand for, and you know.
I mean, for me, Occupy was Occupy Wall Street. You know, I was there on Occupy Wall Street day one. I was the one with the megaphone at the front of the line. So
okay.
You see the images of the first people stepping into the park, pushing the cops back. That's me.
That's you.
You'll see the face.
Gotcha.
And then after a few days, I came back here so we could get another city up. Because what we wanted was if a second city went live,
Right.
then every other city would realize, wait, this isn't just in New York. We should be setting one up.
Right.
And so then Cleveland went live, then LA went live, and then everywhere went live.
I remember that. Yeah.
There were hundreds of them. But the goal was get New York up, then come back here, get Boston up.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, keep up the good work.
Absolutely, man. Thanks.
All right.
I'll check it out.
Cool. Just gonna walk around and see what I see.
Absolutely.
All
I'm
right.
gonna do the same.
Okay. Cool.
How's it going?
Hey. Very well, thank you. Oh, yeah.
Be careful. Be careful. All right. Thanks, man.
Who's painting actually?
I'm not too sure who paint those.
Somebody brought these ones. I didn't see these ones earlier. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Why not, right?
Yeah.
They brought all this for us, huh?
Oh yeah, they don't want them occupying that area for some reason. I don't know why, but
We did it about a week ago.
well, I guess they heard you guys gonna set up tents, so they got kind of nervous.
We did it before.
I
They didn't do it.
don't know. I don't know whose protocol that was. Somebody authorized that.
I know.
Well,
It is what it is. But
Yeah.
whatever. Hey, I feel loved.
you gotta
I
do.
feel loved, you know?
Well, that means you're attracting attention, and that's a good thing.
You're doing something, exactly.
That means
Like I said, it means I feel loved.
you're making a change.
A lot more needs to be done to make a change.
Yeah, well, it's a start. Put it that way. It's definitely a start.
Something needs to be done so the lady that works in that office up there.
Yeah, Maura Haley, right? Oh, that's
No.
that's Kim Janey.
Kim Janey.
Oh, that's her office. Maura Haley's over there. I got you.
Roy Healy's down here, I believe.
Oh, is it that way? Damn, my bearings are all messed up.
Next building down, that's her.
Oh yeah, you're right, because it goes up that hill.
Yeah, you go up that big escalator.
Yep, you're right. You know what? You're absolutely right.
Upstairs.
Yep.
I know where that
It's
office
behind the State House. I got you. Yep.
is. But, no, see that light up that deck area up there?
Yeah.
Right behind there, that's where her office
That's where her office is up there.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But anyway, I mean, I would think that she'd want to do something about this. And I know she don't want to cause any problems.
Right.
I mean, especially with, Faneuil Hall and changing the name and everything. She don't want to.
Right.
It seems like she could do something about it on her way out. I mean, she got nothing to lose.
She has some influence. You're right. She does.
I mean, at least she had a hearing.
Right.
I mean, that's
That's
all
a start. Anyway, yeah.
To me, if they have a hearing, if the public votes it down, then they vote it down. And
Right.
That's on them.
At least you have a chance to put it out there. That makes sense.
It's
Yeah.
not an administrative decision.
Well, put it this way: they had a vote on Nubian Square down Dudley.
yeah,
the
it
city
went bad.
voted-
They had to fix it.
Yeah, the city voted against it, not to change the name.
Right.
They had a private meeting and changed it anyway. So,
Because they had to.
so if they can do that, then they should be able to do this.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I
Martin
mean?
just said no.
Right. So I don't understand how's it balanced. You know what I mean? If you vote on something, you vote it down, you're still allowed to go
What I think
through.
it is that older, more racist folks
Right.
feel like maybe they got Yaqui Way changed,
Mhm.
so maybe that's good.
Right.
Maybe they did their part. Which to me is stupid. It's like that's a drop in the bucket. I mean, you do have you know how to change things,
Mm-hmm.
but you won't go all the way with it.
They won't
Why
change
not?
it. They only change what's feasible to them. They have selective discussion, and that's not fair.
Well, they also think, well, this thing involved me to me. And if you're some little kid that just came here and got an ice cream cone in a Boston T-shirt
Right.
20 years ago, and that's what you know about it, you don't give too much of a crap. You know what I mean?
Right. That's true. Yeah.
If you're not a little blonde girl,
You-
it may be a different thing the way you look at
You
things.
know what? You're absolutely right about that.
That's
It's true.
But that's just
You mean,
reality, and,
yeah.
and that's something that people do not think about.
That's true.
You know, quickly, I mean, we see it all around us, all day, every, we can see a lot more of it.
Right, that's
These
true.
cars and stuff, but they don't even realize. I mean, you tell these people. I told, last time we came out here 2 weeks ago, I told the tour guy came by and asked about, what we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
So we go over the story about that house. She's like, you know what, I give tours. I told you boys this is the first one in America. Yeah, but you don't tell them what they sell here, did you? No, they don't.
Wow.
They don't. And she listened to it and she's like, wow, they don't talk about it. People, I think it's
It's very interesting, though. It's very interesting.
I'm gonna get out the way. They're gonna get.
All right, good talk. Well, I'll see you around before I leave. Nez.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for listening.
Hey, gotta do what you gotta do, man.
They have all their money because they own all these massively old historic buildings.
Okay, so.
They said in 1988 we'll never go to Afghanistan.
See if I can get a shot of this sign right here, so you guys can see that. I'm not too sure how clear that's gonna come out.
Thompson, is it a Bud call? What's up?
Hey.
Yep.
Now you're the famous Guitar Bear, right?
Yeah.
See that? I always heard about you. Never got to meet you in person. I seen you on the news all the time. All right, all right.
It's nice. It's nice. It's like, okay, man.
It's Guitar Bear. I think that's the proper pronunciation of it. Like I said, these guys are trying to stand their ground.
I don't know. I'm a capitalist. Can't you tell? I like that. Yeah, we got one guy doing videos and we're gonna do a Fox TV slave law.
We're there. We're already there. We're right there.
They got a sign that says free food for the hungry.
They just don't have government. They don't have any government. They're being run by gangs. That's what Afghanistan was for the last 20 years. Gang rule. That's who we allied with. Gangsters and drugs. Kingpins. Producing like 89% of all the black market heroin. And they did that in Vietnam. All for it. It's like there was a huge heroin epidemic. The first one we ever had in this country happened in the 1970s.
They don't.
Because they were paid mercenaries to with the drug money from the Golden Triangle, it was called. Burma, that government to this day is still going on. All right, still going on, and is involved with people who came directly out of the drug gangs, out of that Golden Triangle heroin.
That's what I did when I was in Vietnam as a soldier. We had to detox an American soldier from heroin before he came home. Because
15
the
to
fights,
20% of the guys ended up addicted.
yeah. And they had, when they were flying home, detoxing on the planes.
On the plane.
So they sent us over there to set up these detox centers so we could detox them before they went home. And Americans don't know about that. But you're going to have a wonderful time with your documentary. If you do the war thing, you'll have a lot of... Yeah, okay.
It's good information. I want to hear more about that if you could tell me.
Yeah.
Let her take.
That's in the war on drugs, of course. Was directed directly at black power people and left-wing, radicals.
Oh, okay.
That's how it all started in 1968 when Nixon came in.
See, I don't
What
see.
it was really for.
And you know,
Political repression.
the real story behind the story, back in Vietnam, they were murdering the officers.
Really?
U.S. soldiers were murdering their officers.
Their own people?
Yeah, because the officers were coming in want to fight the
gung ho,
war.
wanted people to go out and get themselves killed in a
Killed.
war that was almost over.
And then they were getting the badges, climb the corporate ladder. And the soldiers were saying, I'm going home in a week, I'm not doing that.
Oh,
And so then what they did was they call it fragging. They put a hand grenade in their hooch and
oh wow,
no fingerprints.
gotcha.
So that's why another reason the heroin was brought into the U.S. military.
Just see that.
I
Yeah.
saw Black Power demonstrations on the morning report, okay? Guys raising their fists,
Mhm.
right? In 1968. I mean, it was all through the military.
Wow.
People were in rebellion about what was happening.
Mhm. Wow.
That's amazing.
That's
I mean,
interesting.
a lot of stories that are buried.
Right.
Nobody wants to talk about.
Well, I'm glad you guys are talking about it and sharing it, so
Yeah,
other
right.
people know about it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good to know.
Yeah, and you know another thing about it, it was hard to believe. I was stationed in the psychiatric hospital in the States,
Uh-huh.
and the patients used to come back and tell me about the officers getting murdered.
Wow.
And I thought, well, they're psychiatric patients.
Uh-huh.
But when I went over to Vietnam, I found it was true.
And did the government do anything about it?
Oh yeah, well they court-martialed the guys and put them in, they tried to put them in jail, or, I mean, they were,
Right.
some of them were court-martialed, but, for the most part, it's, I don't know what happened. I mean, you could look it up on the internet how many were actually convicted of the crime.
Wow. Crime against the own people. That's sad though.
Yeah,
That's
oh,
very
yeah.
sad. Yeah.
And then, but can you imagine having your son go to into a war, coming back as a heroin addict?
That's sad. Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah. Wow.
There were 250 soldiers coming through my place.
Mhm.
There were 3 places in Vietnam detoxing soldiers coming back. So if you go 300, that's almost 900 guys a week.
That's a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
900 a week.
900 a week.
Wow.
Mine was 270 a week. And there were 3 others. I was in Cam Ranh Bay, and then there was Saigon and Da Nang. Those
Uh-huh.
were the exit points leaving Vietnam. So
Wow.
you had to
Big
take a,
logistical centers
Hmm.
where they
Yeah,
shipped
they-
everything in.
Yeah.
They actually invented the container industry, basically.
Really?
They put it on scale for the first time for Vietnam.
yeah.
Wow.
That's how they shipped everything in there. Eventually.
That's crazy. I hear the stories, but you guys are eyewitnesses to what really took place. So there's nothing better than hear from somebody who really experienced it. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
It's different when you read it in a book, but
right.
you hear somebody actually lived it. It's just a totally different experience.
Yeah. Because you should have seen the detox center here. It was a prisoner of war camp.
Or the prisoner of war camp.
Yeah, there was big tall barbed wire. We had MPs everywhere.
Uh-huh.
We had
Wow.
riots going on. I mean, it was just all sorts of stuff. On top of hoping you were going to get killed over there.
Right.
You know? I mean,
Wow.
it was just-
That was a year before I was born, so I wouldn't remember too much about it.
Oh, but that's how it is. I mean,
Yeah.
the American psyche, they want to keep all that stuff buried so they don't, I mean, 4,000 soldiers were killed in the Philippines after the Philippines were taken over by the U.S. from Spain
Uh-huh.
in that Spanish-American War. They
Okay.
wanted to keep it. They
There were
wanted
actually
to
people's revolutions in both Cuba and the Philippines. The
Wow.
U.S. basically came in and took over the colonial role,
Mhm.
left troops there, and didn't allow their actual revolutionaries to make the political change in the country.
Wow.
Instead, the Philippines became a colony of the U.S. up until 1950 almost,
Yeah, right.
And the reality is, of course, we had bases there until the 80s. They
Right.
kicked us out for a while. And now, in a lot of ways, we got back again with that clown Duterte, right? That's doing killing all those people on the streets because of the war on drugs.
Oh, okay.
So it's all this money that goes to the military. The military takes 60% of your tax money, 65.
65%?
65% go to the
It's
Pentagon.
disposable, what they don't have to give for like paying interest and stuff like that.
Really?
And 1% goes to transportation, 5% education.
Hmm.
That's
It's not good. Yeah, it's not good at all.
yeah. And they're building nuclear weapons. I mean, there's a lot of American history that they don't want to really let you know about.
Right. I agree on that. Yeah.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I do agree.
What happened was the education. We're getting 5% for education.
Mm-hmm.
We got to educate these people. Let them know what's really happening.
Great. You gotta spread the word. You definitely gotta spread the word.
Exactly.
There you go. This is gonna be in my YouTube channel later on, External Affairs Porter. So I'm gonna. I think I gave. What did I give? I gave him. I gave him one of my cards. I'll give you guys one too, just so you can look it up later on. Maybe later on or by tomorrow it should be up there. It's External Affairs Porter. I'll give you a card in a second, so you can check it out. I go around and I record a lot of different things, good and bad.
Yeah.
But this is educational. This is very good. A lot of people don't know about that kind of stuff.
Oh, I know.
So you gotta, as much as you know, you gotta spread the word out there.
Right.
You have to, because a lot of people are not aware of half the stuff that's going on in the world.
Yeah, I know.
And the more people learn and understand what's going on, the more they can.
Right, absolutely.
So you just go on YouTube and type in External Affairs Porter.
Okay.
Just type in External Affairs Porter.
I like that external affairs.
Yeah, that kind of stuck with me. My son got me started, and I didn't have a name to call myself at the time. So I started off with Nez the Porter, but then he told me I got to do something more extreme than that.
Yeah.
So then I came up and I call myself External Affairs because I do a lot of external stuff. So I try to put a lot of stuff on there. And this is very educational because a lot of people don't know about that kind of stuff. The more you can share with other people, the more the people can wake up and understand what's going on in the world.
Yeah, right.
That's probably stuff that they don't teach you in school. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's hidden way in the back of the history books.
Yeah, exactly.
In economics, there's something called externalities.
Externalities?
Externalities. And externalities are all the things that you need, but you don't have to pay for.
Okay.
Like air that you can breathe, like water that you can use,
Right.
stuff like that. Those are the externalities.
Oh, okay.
So when you use that term, being, external affairs, you're actually kind of taking on the whole environmental thing.
That's a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I do. I take on a lot of different things too. I try to hold people accountable for their actions. If they're doing wrong, bring light to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, right.
There's a lot of stuff the city of Boston needs to do to correct themselves. They're not doing.
Yeah.
I bring light to that.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good and bad in everybody. Why don't we point out the good and bad in everybody?
Right.
I mean, don't be selective. We shouldn't be selective on our judgment. We should just point out good and bad and all.
Right.
Like, I'm pretty sure I got bad stuff in me too.
right.
Somebody sees something bad in me, point it out.
Yeah.
Somebody viewers say something, I take it into consideration. Can I correct myself? What should I do? Did I do something right? Did I do something wrong? Can I approach this at a better attitude?
Right.
And that's how we learn.
Yeah. But you see, that's the whole problem.
What's going on, man?
Spending too much time on war,
Right.
military.
That's true.
Got to bring the money home, bring the soldiers home.
That's where our money's going. A lot of our money's going overseas.
Yeah,
Now, we
exactly.
can feed people overseas in other countries, but we can't feed the homeless inside America.
I know, exactly.
Yeah, that's very sad.
I mean, look at the.
And we are such a wasteful country when you look at it. So much stuff goes to waste in here.
Yeah.
I see it all the time. Food, supplies,
Yeah.
clothing,
Yeah.
you name it, it goes to waste. We don't recycle enough that we should.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually, if we keep this up, we will become a third world country.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Eventually,
Look what happened to our transportation system one day.
I know. Well, Charlie Baker says it's safe. According to Charlie Baker, our transportation system is safe. I think he said he spent $6 billion on the infrastructure at the MBTA, but yet you still have these kind of problems. I don't know where that comes from.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know. I like to interview Charlie Baker, but he always runs away from me, so I don't
blame
I never can talk to him.
You got him on the corner.
Charlie Baker always runs the other way. I don't know why.
I'll tell you the funny story. I'm in the senior action. We went up to get more medical help for the seniors. So we were up there protesting at his office. And the elevator door opens. He comes out and he was trying to get back into the elevator, trying to get away from us.
See, that's not a good governor though. A good governor should face his fears.
Yeah, right.
He should at least answer a question with as much knowledge that he has and with as much integrity that he has. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you don't have the answer, say, hey, I get back to you on that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
but you just don't come up and not say nothing at all. You know what I mean?
No,
That's
right.
not a good person of character.
Oh, I know.
I mean, I had a few politicians that ran the other way from me, and our mayor exactly the same way. You know,
Oh, was that Walsh?
no, the one we have now.
Oh, Jenny.
Yeah, she would never talk to me, and I don't know why.
Yeah, right.
You know, that's not good.
Yeah, it'd be interesting in the mayor's race.
Well,
I'm just hoping Wu wins.
well, I think Wu has it, but I like Wu. I see where she's coming from.
Yeah. You know what? Go ahead.
No, I want to see what she can really produce, though, too.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, like, it's easy to say it, but what can you really produce?
Yeah.
And it's, you know, I mean, some things you say, and you might say it out of context, but
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Right. You know what you should do is the biolab. You know the biolab?
The biolab on Harrison
Albany
Ave?
Street.
Albany Street, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
God, yes. That has Ebola virus, Marburg's virus, and they're incurable. And they're doing test studies.
You know the funny thing is, you're not the only person that told me that.
Yeah.
Somebody else told me that too.
Yeah.
And
A leak in that place.
I don't want to elaborate on what they told me, but they told me quite a few different things going on in there
Yeah.
that the American people are not aware of.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that goes on in there that me and you are not even aware of.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And they keep it secret.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a shame that that's what they do, but that's what they do.
Yeah. You know what they said when they opened it up? It's going to be transparent. It's going to be transparent.
It's not
right?
transparent.
It isn't. You know
If
what
it's
they-
transparent, I mean, I should be able to walk in there right now
Yeah.
and ask some questions. They should
Yeah.
give me the answers.
Yeah, right.
That's called transparency.
Right.
Now, I guarantee you, if you walk in there right now, they will not tell you what's going on in
They
there.
won't let you even near the door.
Exactly.
But the most amazing story is it's supposed to be transparent, right? And the first question from the press conference,
Mm-hmm.
which floor is level for biolab in the building?
Right.
Top secret, we can't tell you.
Oh
That
my-
was the first question.
Oh my God. So it's not that transparent as they say it is.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
You know, because gain of function, they get those things and build them up.
Mhm.
And this is what happened in the Wuhan.
Yeah.
Wuhan had the same thing and escaped.
Right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's. I tell you what, in the next probably 10 to 15 years, the real truth is going to come up behind that.
Yeah.
Right now, the media does not want to put it out there.
No.
But eventually, enough people that know will say what really happened.
Yeah.
They want to really blame it on China, but then the truth is going to really come out.
And you know what? The U.S., Britain, and all these countries put money into that because Obama banned gain of function.
Right.
So they couldn't do it in this country. So Wuhan said, "We'll do it." So all the American money went in for this gain of function stuff.
Mhm.
It went into Wuhan. So they can't blame the Chinese because Britain, the U.S., and Canada.
Yeah, it's more than that. It's bigger than that. Yeah, it's a lot bigger than that.
Yeah, exactly. But it's fun.
So the goal is for you guys to camp out here until probably Sunday or Monday, right?
Yeah, Sunday. I guess it's going to be here. Hopefully Sunday.
Sunday, okay.
You know, it depends on. I don't know what the cops are going to do. So.
Well, legally they really can't move you off a city street because you're protesting. You're legally and lawfully protesting.
Right.
So if they did do that, that would be a problem because, you know, we got, like I was telling the other gentleman, they got people on Mass Ave
Yeah.
that's camped out over there for the last 4 to 5 weeks now, even longer.
Yeah.
They haven't moved them.
Right.
So this is just the same way. If you guys wanted to camp out here,
Yeah.
what law do they have to removing you
Yeah. Right.
that can justify that?
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean? You're peacefully protesting.
Yeah.
That's the First Amendment of the Constitution.
Right.
And a lot of people don't understand that. So where does your freedom end and where does the law begin? You know what I mean? That's a good question. So if they're gonna do that, we're gonna find out on what grounds, you know what I
Yes,
mean?
right.
It'd be interesting to see.
It's interesting how they put the barriers up.
I seen that, yeah. I don't know what's the whole logic behind that.
Well, because basically we were gonna. They camped out here a week ago.
Uh-huh.
And they said, "Well, this is better than Dewey Square." You know, Dewey Square.
Yeah, remember Dewey Square? Yeah, I do remember that.
So that's,
Matter of fact,
that's-
I wish I had my YouTube channel back then. I would have got some footage back then.
Yeah, right.
But I was down there for it though. You occupied the whole Greenway.
yes.
Three
Right.
different sections all the way down. I remember that, all by South Station. I actually walked around the whole thing 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And I was down there 3 or 4 different nights when you guys were down there.
Right. Amazing.
And that's how I got my channel started too. My son told me, just do what you do. Whenever you go out and do what you do,
Yeah.
just record it.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. So
Right.
it's basically what I do.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck.
Good talking to you.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
All right, take care now.
around.
All right. So these guys plan to stay out here until at least Sunday to get their message across. Just want to show you guys a little footage of what they're doing. You get a little image of this gentleman playing the guitar over here as well. Alright guys, I just wanted to show you what's going on downtown. I'm going to stop this recording so I can talk to some of these people out here. And if anything else comes up, I'll be sure to get back to you guys. Just want to give you one more quick look at the things they have over here. Then I'll shut this off and catch you guys on the next one.
We have a copy of Mark that is somewhere about 180 years south. On parchment paper, it is 2.5 pages written. That is the entirety of Mark from that time period. And then we have one from about 300 years later that's a complete copy we have practiced. That one now has about 30 more pages in it than one of the original that Mark never wrote.
Alright guys, that's Porter. Catch you on the next one.